Hey everyone, this is Brian from Genealogy Adventures. The one and only African American genealogy and history TV show. As far as I'm aware, we're one of a kind. I say that to say that I've been a professional genealogist for almost 40 years now, and within my company and the show and my wider family in general, we've often had the conversation, what did our great grandparents and their parents think at the end of Reconstruction? So that was the end of Reconstruction, coming out of slavery. Um, and I don't have to wonder about that anymore because guess what? I'm living it in 2025 in real time. And this all has to do with, the felon-in-chief getting away with diversity, equity, and inclusion and affirmative action and all of those things that our black ancestors fought for, but everyone else benefited from. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just saying I don't have to wonder how they felt anymore. And I really wish I could go back in time and speak specifically to my two great grandmothers who I had in my life until I was a teenager. And these were women who were born at the end of the 1880s, very early 1890s. So yeah, they were there. They were born right after the end of Reconstruction. Their parents would have witnessed it first time. Their aunties and uncles would have witnessed it first time. And I'm going to say this, and I'm specifically speaking to you, MAGA. I am a 12th generation American, and I'm going to say that again. I am a 12th generation American. My nieces and nephews, they're 13th generation Americans. My grandnieces and nephews are 14th generation Americans, and my two sweetie pie great grandnieces, they are 15th generation Americans. My black ancestry goes back to 1619 in this country. 1619. My European American ancestry goes back to 1607 Virginia. It also goes back to New Sweden and New Amsterdam, what we now think of as New York, Delaware, Maryland. And before that, my Pamunkey, my Choctaw, my Shawnee, and my Muskogee, and my Chickahominy ancestors of Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, they were here before anyone else. This is an American face, and y'all need to get your heads around that. And I'm also going to say this straight to the heart of MAGA. Come a little closer because I really want you to hear me say this. Until you do right by black Americans, I'm going to borrow some quotes from the glorious Alice Walker and that amazing book, The Color Purple. You know, that book that y'all don't like so much. I'm going to use this one. Until you do right by black Americans, everything you think about is going to crumble. You don't think we can curse you? Listen, black folks have been dealing with you for 400 years. We know y'all far better than you know us. You better check it, because we can curse. The jail you had planned for us is the one y'all are going to rot in. Not us, you. Because if there is any one group of people in this country, the United States of America, who have been oppressed, repressed, but never suppressed, who have been tortured, literally tortured, unalived, genocided, but have found a way to make something out of nothing, who found ways to survive, who found ways to support each other. It's black people. I'm sorry, my Native American cousins, y'all had a rough time of it. You've been fighting this nonsense as long as we have, but when it comes to being enslaved, having everything stripped from you, having every action of your person dictated to, no one has had to face what black people have faced in this country. We are still standing. We are still here. I have this to say to some of my black brothers and sisters, and specifically the 92% of women and the 80% of black men who did the assignment, who stood on business for this last election. I'm tired of hearing about how we need to pray, because praying ain't worked for us, really, for 400 years. We got some stuff, But the felon-in-chief just took most of that away. So we're back to square one again. The time of praying is over. And it has been for generations. And we need to get real about that. God gave us all the tools we need to free ourselves once and for all. And it's about time we use those tools. Because I am 60 years old. I am old. I am tired. And I refuse to leave this country in this mess to the babies in my family. Will not do it. Y'all, this is a mess. But I want to try to leave this on a positive. I do. Every morning, I have a mantra. I get out of bed, do my business, settle in for a nice little yoga session, meditation session, and this is how I kick off my morning. And it's the Bene Gesserit Litany Against Fear, written in the book Dune by Frank Herbert, and I suggest that this is how we start our day. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. The only power that these people have over us is the power that we give them, and it's time to start pushing back. Peace and love, y'all. Look out for each other, because as the 2025 election said, 92% of my black sisters, 80% of my black brothers, we only have each other. And let's hold on to that. That thought, have a great day.